Pan. And when we're born, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free.
All children grow up. They soon know that they will grow up, and you always know after 2. 2 is the beginning of the end. There never was a simpler, happier family until the coming of Peter Pan.
At first, Mommy could not remember him, but after thinking back into her childhood, she just remembered a Peter Pan who was sent to live with the fairies.
She had believed in him at a time, but now she was married and full of sense. She quite doubted whether there was any such person.
Besides, he would be all grown up by this time. Oh no, he isn't grown up, and he's just my size. I feel like there will be trouble soon.
All the children were in bed, and the nursery windows, which were 3 floors up, opened, and in popped Peter Pan to visit the darling household.
Mommy, having heard the commotion, started up and cried. Then she saw a boy. He was a lovely boy, clad in skeleton leaves, and the juices that ooze out of trees, and he had all his first teeth. When he saw she was all grown up, he gnashed the little girl. Mommy was sure he fell to his death, and she ran down into the street to look for his body, but he was not there. And she looked up in the black night. She could see nothing but what she thought was a shooting star.
Mrs. Darling returned to the nursery to find Nana with something in her mouth, which proved to be the boy's shadow. You may be sure she examined the shadow quite carefully, but it was quite the ordinary kind.
She took the shadow, rolled it up, and put it away in a chest until a fitting opportunity came to tell her about it.
The opportunity came a week later on that never-to-be-forgotten Friday. There was a bout between Michael and the medicine bottle.
Michael, when I was your age, I took my medicine without complaint. I said, thank you, grandparents, for giving me bottles to make me well.
Whoa, that medicine you sometimes take, Father, is much nastier, isn't it?
Ever so much nastier, John. And it would take it now as an example to you, Michael, if I hadn't lost the bottle.
I know where it is, Mother. I'll bring it.
John, it's a most beastly stuff. That nasty, sticky, sweet kind.
It will soon be over, Father.
I've been as quick as I could.
You've been wonderfully quick, Wendy. Michael first.
Father first.
I shall be sick, you know.
Come on, Father.
Hold your tongue, John.
I thought you took it quite easily, Father.
That's not the point. The point is that there is more in my bottle than in Michael's spoon. And it isn't fair. I would say it with my last breath. It isn't fair.
Father's a cowardly custard.
So are you a cowardly custard? I'm not frightened.
Neither am I frightened.
Well, then take it.
Well, then you take it.
Why don't you both take it at the same time?
Certainly. Are you ready, Michael?
1, 2, 3. Oh, Father.
What do you mean by, oh, Father? I meant to take mine, but I missed it. Look here, all of you. I have just thought of a splendid joke. I shall pour my medicine into Nana's bowl, and she will drink it thinking it's milk.
It was the color milk, but the children did not have their father's sense of humor, and they looked at him reproachfully as he poured the medicine into Nana's bowl.
Nana, good dog, I put a little milk in your bowl. Nana wagged her tail, ran to the medicine, and began laughing. Then she gave Daddy such a look, not an angry look. She showed him the great red tear that makes us so sorry for noble dogs, and crept into her kennel.
Oh dear, what did you do?
It was only a show. Much good. I'm wearing myself to the bone trying to be funny in this house. That's right. Coddle her. Nobody ever coddles me. Oh dear no, I'm only the breadwinner. Why should I be coddled? Why?
George, not so loud. The neighbors will hear you.
Let them. Bring the whole world in. But I refuse to allow that dog to lord in my nursery for an hour longer. The proper place for you is to be tied up outside this instant.
And just minutes later, they began to hear Nana bark.
That's not Nana's unhappy bark. That's her bark when she smells danger.
Oh, I wish I wasn't going to a party tonight. Well, Mother, I'll miss you.
Those were the last words she was to hear from him for a long time. Mrs. Darling left the household. The night lights by the three children's bed continued to burn brightly. But now there was another light, 1,000 times brighter than the night lights.
Tinkerbell! Tink! Where are you? Oh, do come out from behind the bed and tell me, do you know where they put my shadow? In that big box. Yes.
Where do you live?
Second to the right and straight on till morning.
What a funny address.
No, it isn't.
I mean, is that what they put on your letters?
Don't get me letters.
But your mother gets letters.
Don't have a mother, and I don't have the slightest desire to have one. I think them to be very overrated persons.
Oh, no wonder you are crying.
I wasn't crying about mothers. I was crying because I can't get my shadow to stick on. But besides, I wasn't crying.
It has come off? It must be sewn on. Can't put it on the soap, just like a boy.
Wendy then proceeded to sew Peter's shadow back on. After the shadow had been reunited with its owner, Peter completely forgot he owed his bliss to Wendy.
Oh, how clever am I! Oh, the cleverness of me!
You show up. Of course I did nothing.
Don't be upset with me. I can't help crowing when I'm pleased with myself. Wendy, one girl is more use than 20 boys.
Do you really think so, Peter?
Yes, I do.
I think it's perfectly lovely. Would you like a kiss? Surely you know what a kiss is.
I shall know it when you give it to me. Thank you. Now shall I give you a kiss?
If you please. Thank you. I shall wear your kiss on a chain around my neck. How old are you, Peter?
I don't know, but I am quite young. I want always to be a little boy and to have fun.
Who do you live with?
With the lost boys.
Who are they?
They are the children who fall out of their beds and cribs and crawl or wander away when someone is looking the other way. If they are not claimed in 7 days, they are sent far away to the Neverland. I'm captain.
What fun it must be.
Yes, but we are rather lonely. You see, we have no female friends.
Are none of the others girls? I think it's perfectly lovely the way you talk about girls. John there just despises us.
I really didn't come to see you, though. I was outside the window, and I heard you telling those fanciful stories. I don't know any stories. None of the lost boys know any stories.
Don't go, Peter. I know such lots awfully fascinating. Peter, would you teach John and Michael to fly too?
If you like.
Wake up, wake up! Peter Pan has come here to teach us to fly.
Then I shall go. I say, Peter, can you really fly?
Instead of troubling to answer them, Peter flew around the room.
How sweet! Oh, I am sweet. I am sweet. I say, how do you do it? You just think lovely, wonderful thoughts, and they lift you up into the air. Now, just wriggle your shoulders this way and let go. I flew!
Well, how lovely!
Oh, terrific! Look at me!
Look at me!
Look at me! I say, why shouldn't we all go out? Mermaids!
Ooh.
And there are pirates! Pirates! Let us go at once!
It was just at this moment that Mr. and Mrs. Darling came back from their party and got in. They ran into the middle of the street to look up at the nursery window. And yes, it was still shut, but it was flooded with light. And through the window they could see 3 little figures in nightgowns circling around the room. Not on the floor, but in the air. Not 3 figures, 4. Mr. and Mrs. Darling and Nana rushed in, but it was too late. Birds were flown. Peter was on his way back to Neverland and again woke, as Peter would say, into life. On this evening, the chief forces of the island were engaged as follows.
Looking for Peter! Where is he? Peter! Peter! Where are those hooligans? Find the lost boys, ladies!
Look at that villainous looking lot hanging in a row next to Teaching Dog. The man there, his great arms bare, wearing a piece of his treasure right there on his ears. He is the handsome Italian Checo.
Arr!
How much do you reckon his golden earrings are worth?
A buccaneer, of course.
name of Priory.
Hey, what you going on about? The name's Starkey.
Okay, but I figured, what else do you call a pirate with no eye? P-R-A-T-E, Priory.
Right beside Starkey, you'll see a real shark. His name is me.
Blimey.
Yes, a real shark he is. A card shark, that is. But it is mighty difficult to play any game with him.
Why is that?
Why he's always sitting on the deck. There's one more in the regular lot. His name is Noodles.
Noodler, who's hungry around here?
At sea, he's the cook in the galley. On land, he's the farmer of strawberries.
Wait, how can you be both?
A pirate buries his treasures, but a farmer treasures his berries.
And in the midst of them, the leader of this motley crew is Captain James Hook.
So called Captain Hook because of the iron hook he keeps instead of a hand. He saw him crossing the road. Crossing the road? Why? To get to the second-hand shop.
Yeah, and a real brother he is too. No one can take him in a fight. That's right, no one can handle his right hook.
So famous and infamous that the Hollywood production for the new part. That is the only DVD in me collection that truly deserves a piracy warning.
Enough of these shenanigans! I want the Lost Boys captain, Peter Pan. 'Twas he who did this to me. I waited long and hard to shake his hand and kiss. Oh, I'll tear him to pieces.
And yet, I have often heard you say the hook is worth a score of hens for combing hair and other uses.
If I was a mother, I would pray to have my children born with this instead of that. If it wasn't the cost of peg legs and hook hands, Smee, I'll tell you, they cost an arm and a leg. Hard. Smee, Peter flogged my arm to a crocodile. I just so happened to be passing by.
I have often noticed a strange dread of crocodiles.
No, not of crocodiles, but of that one crocodile. It liked my arm so much, it just followed me from land to land, to sea to sea. To keep its lips for the rest of it.
In a way, it's sort of a compliment.
I want no such compliments. I want Peter Pan, who first gave the brute its face for me. Smee, that crocodile would have had me like that. But by a lucky chance, it's one of the crocodiles tick tick and silent. You never hear that tick? I don't.
Someday, the clock will run down, and you'll get you.
Aye, that's the fear that haunts me.
Oh, you can't get friendly with a crocodile. Don't be taken by his welcome will. He's imagining how well you fit within his skin. Then smile.
Look, boys, it's Peter! Hooray! Welcome back, Peter! Come play with us at the lagoon.
Hi, boys. I brought us back a mother.
A mother. Why do you need a mother?
She tucks you to bed at night, and she tells the best stories.
Will you stay with us forever?
Yes! Yes! Oh, dear boys, you won't need me when you're older.
This evening, at a late, dark hour, the pirates made their dreadful attack upon the Lost Boys. The pirate attack had been a complete surprise, and the more quickly this horror is disposed of, the better.
We've got you now. You'll never escape.
Let's see you try to call for help now. Where's the leader? Peter Pan. When you need him.
I made it. I bet you're all sorry no one can come and rescue you now.
See how roughly the boys were grabbed? A different treatment was given to Wendy, who came last. Hook grabbed her with such an air that she was too confused to cry out.
Take them to the ship.
Aye, aye, Captain.
What about the girl, Captain? Let's make her walk the plank. Sign me instead!
Or tie her to the mast.
I'll tie you to the mast! Peter will never let you!
Enough! Take her and the others, but treat her well. I want them all to witness my glorious return, the moment I captured Peter Pan. But now I must find him.
As Hook's eyes became accustomed to the dim light various objects in the home under the trees take shape, the only one on which his greedy gaze rested was the great Ben.
At long last. Wait, what is this I see on the ledge? Why, it must be Peter's medicine. Lest I should be taken alive, I always carry with me a deadly poison. 5 drops of this I now add to Peter's cup.
The light flickered and went out, leaving the room in darkness, but still he slept. Suddenly, he was woken by he knew not what.
Let me in, Peter. What is it? Oh, you can never guess. Wendy and the boys were captured.
I'll rescue her. I should take my medicine.
No!
Why not?
Hook poisoned it while you were asleep. I saw him through the window, so I came in to tell you.
Don't be silly. Besides, I never fell asleep.
No!
Why, Tink, your light is getting dimmer. If it goes out, you'll really be gone.
It was poison, Peter, and now I'm going to be dead.
Tink, you can't be gone.
Well, maybe I could get well again if the children believed in fairies.
Do you believe? If you believe, clap your hands. Don't let me die. Do you believe? Do you believe? I believe it's working. Now, to rescue Wendy. It's Hook or me this time.
At long last, it is my hour of triumph. Peter has been forever removed from my past. So, why do I feel so gloomy? If only I had less ambition. No little children love me.
Is Hook on his moves again? I hear him sobbing. It's such a sorry sight to see.
Quiet, you thugs, or I'll cast an anchor in you. Are all of the children chained so they cannot fly away?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Get the plank ready, so my beauty, Wendy, is to see her children walk the plank.
Are they to die?
They are! Silence all for a mother's last words to her children.
These are my last words, dear boys. I feel I have a message to you from your real mothers, and it is this. We hope our sons will die like gentlemen.
Higher up.
Crashing, hit a wall. Right now I need a miracle. Yet now
never heard the cry he hoped to wring from Wendy. He heard something else instead. All knew what was about to happen.
It's the terrible tick-tick of the crocodile!
Hide me! Here's the notion. We hide below deck after we fight for their lives. If the crocodile kills them, it's so much the better. If they kill the crocodile, then none the worse.
Aye, Captain, yours have been cleansed.
Give me your cloak and hide with the others.
To the pirates, this sound was the signal that the fight was over.
There's none that can save you now, Missy.
There's one.
Who's that?
Peter Pan, the Avenger! Down, boys, and
So, Han, this is all of your doing.
I, James Cook. It is all my doing.
Proud and insolent boy, prepare to meet thy doom.
Dark and sinister man, how that be?
Who and what art thou?
I'm youth, I'm joy.
Seeing Peter slowly advancing on him, he sprung upon the bulkhead to cast himself into the sea. He did not know the crocodile was waiting for him.
Let's get you all tucked in under these pirates' blankets. But I want to fight for pirates. Won't you bring me some of the piano? Who's that window? I feel trapped. Oh, George, never ask me to do that. The window must always be open for them. Always, always.
She went to the piano and began to play, and soon George was asleep. While he slept, Peter and Tink flew in by the window, followed by Wendy, John, and Michael.
John, I think I've been here before.
Of course you have, silly. That's your bed.
Listen, it's Mother. She's playing the piano like she used to.
So are you really not her mother, Wendy?
Oh dear, it was quite time you came back. We must all slip into our beds and be there when she comes in, as if we've never been away.
George!
Mr. Darling and Nana woke to share her happiness. There could not have been a lovelier sight, but there was none to see it except the little boy staring in through the window. He had fun adventures that kids could only dream of, but he was looking through the window at the one joy he would never have.
Goodbye, Wendy. Oh dear, are you going away? Yes. Come with me to the little house in the trees in Neverland. May I, Mommy?
Certainly not. I have got you home again and I need you.
But he does so need a mother.
So you, my love, you may go to Peter for a week each year for a visit where you can teach him new games and tell him more stories.
You won't forget me, Peter, will you, before I come visit? I won't. I promise!
And then he flew away. It's sad to have to say that the power to fly gradually left the children. Want to practice, they called it. What it really meant was that they no longer believed. Michael believed longer than others, though they jeered at him. So he was with Wendy at the end of the first year when Peter came together. He was exactly as fascinating as ever, and they had a lovely time together in the little tree house. Peter did not come next spring, and the strange thing was he never knew he had missed it.
Perhaps he is ill.
You know he's never ill.
Perhaps there is no such person.
Peter came next spring, and the strange thing was he never knew he had missed a year.
Never saw him. Grown Wendy is a married woman.
An ambitious, successful, independent woman who happened to be married.
Michael is an engine driver.
The bearded man who doesn't know any stories since Tyler's children was John.
Wendy had a daughter 1 year later. Oh, that's me, Jane. Mom, tell me again about Peter. I like the stories about him the best. It was in this very nursery that the famous flight took place. That was the first time I ever saw him. Why can't you fly now, Mother? Because I'm grown up, dearest. When people grow up, they forget the way. Why do they forget?
Because they are no longer happy, innocent, and hopeful. It was only the happy, innocent, and hopeful who could fly.
Tell me again of the time Peter came looking for his shadow. The foolish boy tried to stick it on his soap, and when he could not, he cried. That woke me, and I sewed it on for him.
Wendy shared the same wonderful story with Jane every week. And then the one night came, the tragedy. It was the spring of the year, and the story had been told for the night, and Jane was asleep. Wendy was sitting very close to the fire to see herself sewing, for there was no other light in the nursery.
And as she sat darning, she heard a crow. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Peter. You're exactly the same as ever. Of course, I'm still a little boy. And I'm grown up. Oh, where is John? John is not here now. Peter, are you expecting me to fly away with you? I can't. I've forgotten how to fly. I'll teach you again. Oh, Peter, don't waste your fairy dust on me. Let me turn up the light so you can see. Don't turn up the light. I've grown up, Peter, ever so much more than 20. I grew up a long time ago. You promised not to. I couldn't help it. I'm married, Peter. No, you're not. Yes, and the little girl in the bed is my baby. No, she's not. She is my mother. He does so need a mother. Yes, I know. No one knows it as well as I. Goodbye, Wendy.
It is just for story time.
If only I could go with you.
And Tinkerbell, Wendy, darling, even Captain Hook, you are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so. You are now my home, sweet home forever. A lost boy are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so. You are now my home, sweet home forever. A lost boy at last. And for always I will say, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free.
As you look at Wendy, you may see her hair becoming white and her figure little again. For all this happened long ago. Jane is now a common grown-up with a daughter of her own. And every springtime, except for when he forgets, Peter comes and takes the daughter to Neverland, to which he tells him stories about himself, to which he listens eagerly. One day she will have a daughter who is to be Peter's mother in turn.
And so it will go on. So long as children are happy and innocent.
And in need of kindness.
out long nights editing and making this play possible. And I truly had a great time doing it. I'm sure all of you guys had a great time listening. So thank you to you guys.
There was a time when I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to go home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too. Then one night as I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying by. He came to me with the sweetest smile, told me he wanted to talk for a while. He said, Peter Pan, that's what they call me. Promise that you'll never be lonely. Never since that day, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free.